Did you know that 99% of people don't know the correct way to pray, and that you are almost certainly one of them? Think about the following questions. How many times have you knelt down, closed your eyes, and whispered your deepest prayers, only to feel like your words were lost in the void? And how many times have you felt like the more you prayed, the worse things got, as if the universe was deaf to your pleas? If you have ever felt this way, you are not alone. Most people pray the wrong way without realizing that there is a much more effective way to communicate with the divine and the universe, to manifest your dreams and live a life full of peace and fulfillment. And if you stay until the end of this story, you will discover the correct way to talk to the universe or pray to the divine and attract to you everything you desire. You will discover the secrets that 99% of people do not know, the secrets that can transform your life and give you that inner peace that you have been chasing for a long time. But before continuing, if you are not one of us yet, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to stay updated when we publish new content for your spiritual growth. The morning sun filtered through the branches of an ancient ginkgo biloba, casting a mosaic of light and shadow on the stone path that led to Hiroya's temple. A group of pilgrims moved slowly, each lost in their own thoughts, each searching for something. There were young and old, rich and poor, men and women of every faith and culture. All had been drawn by the fame of Hiroya, a Buddhist monk known for his wisdom and profound understanding of the universe. Hiroya awaited them, sitting in the lotus position on a raised platform, his face weathered but lit by a serene smile. And when the last of the pilgrims had taken their places, the monk began to speak in a calm, deep voice. Welcome, dear friends. I am honored to share with you what I have learned in many years of meditation and prayer. Today, I will reveal to you a secret that 99% of people do not know. The correct way to pray, to talk to the divine, to the universe, so that each of you can realize your dreams and live a peaceful and fulfilling life. A murmur of excitement passed through the group of hopeful people. Hiroya continued, "It doesn't matter what your religion or beliefs are. What I am about to teach you is for everyone, because it is about connecting deeply with our true essence and with the creative force that permeates everything. Whether you believe in a personal God, in a multitude of deities, or in the simple energy of the universe, the way you address this higher force can make the difference between a life of frustration and a life of fulfillment." While the pilgrims, moved and happy to be in the presence of their mentor, listened with great attention, the old and wise monk began to list the 10 secrets thanks to which they can learn to pray and to speak with the universe in the right way. "Prayer is gratitude," said the monk, introducing the first point. "Always begin your prayer by expressing gratitude for everything you have, for life itself, for the breath that goes in and out of your lungs, for the food that nourishes your body, for the people you love and who love you. Gratitude opens the heart and creates a flow of positive energy that connects you with the abundance of the universe. A phrase you could use is the following: I am grateful for the gift of life, for the health of my body, for the love that surrounds me, for the opportunities that present themselves to me." A young woman among the pilgrims raised her hand. "Master," she asked, "how can I be grateful when my life is full of difficulties?" Hiroya smiled kindly. "Even in the most difficult situations," he replied, "there is always something to be grateful for. Maybe you have a roof over your head. Maybe you have friends who support you. Maybe you have the strength to face the challenges that life throws at you. Look for gratitude even in the little things, and you will see that your heart will open to joy." He paused for a moment, letting his words settle in the air. Then he continued, "I remember once, when I was a young monk, I was sent to a village that was suffering from a severe famine. The people were desperate. Many had died of hunger. Yet even in that dire situation, I found people who were grateful for the simple fact of being alive, for the love that bound them to their loved ones, for the hope that one day things would get better. Their gratitude was like a flame burning in the darkness, a beacon of light in the midst of the storm. The second thing you need to learn is that prayer is intention, Hiroya said, introducing the second important aspect. Get clear about what you really want, she continued. What are your dreams, your goals? Don't be afraid to dream big, but also be specific in your requests. The universe responds to clear, focused intentions, not generic answers. And it responds if you really believe in what you're asking for. An example sentence might be, I intend to find a job that I'm passionate about and that allows me to truly express my talents. An old man stood up. Master, he said, I have always wanted to have a family, but I am old now. Is it too late for me? Hiroya shook his head. It is never too late to dream, he replied. Your family may not be the traditional one, but you may find love and companionship in ways you have not yet imagined. State your intention clearly and let the universe guide you. The monk addressed everyone present again. Remember, the universe is like a great mirror. What you project onto it comes back to you amplified. If you project fear and doubt, you will attract situations that confirm those fears. But if you project trust and hope, the universe will respond with opportunities and blessings. And speaking of trust, know that prayer is trust. Trust in the universe. Hiroya said, in its wisdom and benevolence, believe that your dreams are possible and that the universe is already working to make them come true. Trust is like a seed that, planted in the fertile soil of your mind, will sprout and bear fruit. A phrase you might pray with, related to trust, is this: I trust that the universe is guiding me toward the realization of my dreams. A young woman asked, Master, how can I have faith when everything seems to be going wrong? Hiroya calmly replied, faith does not mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is fine. It means believing that, even in the most difficult situations, there is a higher force that supports and guides you. It means having faith that, in the end, everything will work out for the best, even if it is not the way you expect. The fourth point you must keep in mind, the monk continued his lesson, is that prayer is action. Prayer is not just words, but also action, the monk continued. Act in harmony with your intentions. Take a step toward your goals every day, no matter how small it may seem. The universe rewards those who commit and persevere. An example sentence might be, today, I will take a concrete step toward my goal, no matter how small. Hiroya told the story of a young artist who dreamed of exhibiting his work in a large gallery. This young man, he said, prayed every day for his dream to come true. But he didn't just pray. He painted every day, studied the techniques of the great masters, and tried to constantly improve his work. One day, while he was exhibiting his paintings in a small local show to which he gave no importance, he was noticed by an art critic who was impressed by his talent. The critic introduced him to the director of a prestigious gallery, and the young artist's dream came true. His prayer had been heard, but only because he had acted in accordance with it. What does this teach us? That when we pray, we must accompany our prayer with concrete actions that enable us to achieve what we desire. Prayer is patience, the monk said, continuing his list of things to learn. Don't expect immediate results. Hiroya warned, the universe has its own timing, which can sometimes seem long. Be patient and continue to pray with confidence. Remember the story of the farmer who went to his field every day to check if the seeds had sprouted. One day, finally, he saw the first seedlings sprouting from the earth. If he had stopped watering and caring for his field, he would never have harvested the fruit of his labor. The monk smiled and added, patience is a virtue that few cultivate, but it is essential to achieving your dreams. The universe does not work according to our clocks, but according to a larger and more mysterious rhythm. Trust that everything will happen at the right time and pray with phrases like this: I am patient and trust that the universe will bring me what I desire at the right time. Prayer is forgiveness. Hiroria added, "Forgive yourself and others for past mistakes," she said in a soft voice. Forgiveness frees the heart from the burden of resentment and opens the way to healing and growth. When you forgive, you create space for love and compassion. Say phrases like this: I forgive myself for past mistakes, and I forgive those who have hurt me. I freed my heart from resentment and opened myself to love and compassion. One of the pilgrims, a man in his 40s, said, "Master, there is a person who has hurt me greatly in the past. I cannot forgive him, even though I know I should." Hiroya nodded understandingly. Forgiveness is not easy, he said, especially when the wounds are deep. But it is an act of great courage and self-love. When you forgive, you do not erase the past, but you free it from its power over you. You forgive not for the other person, but for yourself, to find the inner peace you need to live well. Prayer is compassion, the monk continued. Cultivate compassion toward all living beings, including yourself. Compassion creates a deep connection with the universe and attracts positive energy. When you put yourself in the shoes of others, you understand their suffering and joy. You come closer to your true nature, which is love. So when you pray, use phrases like this: I cultivate compassion toward myself and toward all living beings. I understand their suffering and joy, and I strive to act with kindness and love. Hiroya told the story of a woman who, after losing her husband in an accident, had withdrawn into herself, refusing all contact with the outside world. One day, he said, this woman encountered an abandoned baby who was crying from hunger. Moved by compassion, the woman took the child in and fed him. That simple act of kindness opened a hole in her grief-hardened heart. The woman began to care for the child, and in doing so, she rediscovered the joy of living and loving. Compassion had saved her from despair and shown her the way to recovery. The monk turned to his listeners again. Compassion is the key to opening your heart to universal love. When you are compassionate, you tune into the frequency of love, and love is the force that moves the world. The eighth point I want to talk about is that prayer is presence. The monk said, "Be present in the present moment." Hiroya urged, aware of every breath, every sensation. Presence connects you to your true essence and to the universe. When you are fully present, your mind calms and your heart opens to the wisdom within you. A sample sentence might be, I am present in this moment, aware of my breathing and the sensations of my body. I let go of thoughts and open to the peace of the present moment. At this point, the monk invited those present to close their eyes and concentrate on their breathing. Watch the air going in and out of your nostrils. He said, feel your chest rising and falling. Don't judge your thoughts, just let them flow. Be a silent witness to the flow of life that flows within you. After a few minutes, Hiroya invited them to open their eyes again and added, this is the power of presence, he said. When you are present, you are in touch with your true nature, which is peace and serenity. Presence is the key to accessing the wisdom of the universe. Prayer is silence, the monk continued. Dedicate a moment each day to inner silence, to meditation. Remember that in silence, the mind calms and the heart opens to the voice of the universe. Meditation is like a bridge that connects you to your soul and to the source of all creation. In these cases, you can use phrases like this: I sit in silence, observe my breathing, and let go of my thoughts. I open myself to the wisdom and guidance of the universe. Hiroya explained that meditation is not an escape from reality, but a way to deepen your connection with it. When you meditate, he said, don't try to empty your mind, but to observe it without judgment. Let thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. In time, you will discover a space of inner silence, a place of peace and tranquility where you can listen to the voice of your soul. And remember another essential thing. Remember that prayer is love. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Pray with love for yourself, for others, for the entire world. Love heals, transforms, creates miracles. When you pray with love, you align yourself with the highest vibration in the universe and attract to you all that is good and beautiful. Repeat phrases like, I fill my heart with love and send it to myself, to my loved ones, and to the entire world. May love guide my every action and every word. The monk looked at the pilgrims with a loving gaze. Remember, he said, that prayer is not a request, but a dialogue of love with the creative force that gave us life. When you pray with love, you ask for nothing, but offer everything, your gratitude, your trust, your compassion. And the universe, in turn, will respond to you with love.